South Wales Transport Explorer channel, and in this video I am taking a trip up to Bath using the trains, and the first leg of our journey to Cardiff Central is on board 197126 in the luxury of declassified Standard Plus.
Byddwn yn teithio I Tref Glynneddwy.
We will be travelling to Ebbw Vale Town.
Croeso I Pontyclun.
During the sustained section of 75 miles per hour running between Pontyclun and Cardiff, the ride quality on 197126 was noticeably unstable, and there was also a fair amount of rattling when driving over points. On the way back, however, the same unit did feel smoother when sat away from the bogies. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with a few minutes of line speed running up to the approach into Cardiff. first train of the day arrived in Cardiff Central just after 10 o'clock. As the Maesteg service is now into work with the Ebu rail services, trains from Maesteg now drop off passengers at the peculiarly numbered Platform 0, which unlike the other platforms use a separate exit to the main subway. As you may hear in the video, the fire alarms were being tested while recording the video, hence the "Will the Superintendent of the Line please go to Carriage Depot" announcement. Transport for Wales is the equivalent of Inspector Sanders. On a Great Western Railway 165, haven't been on one of these in quite a while, and this one's actually been newly refurbished, so this is going to be a nice change. So far the seat's alright, legroom's a bit tight and there's no tray table, but there is a power socket, and at least the aircon's working. Irritating announcements aside, our journey towards Bath gets underway on board this 5-carriage Class 166 and 165 formation. I decided to sit in the 165 because I was boarding under the impression that the 166s were in a worse state of repair. Correct me if I'm wrong. The seat provided a decent level of comfort. However, with these trains being designed with Thames Valley commuter services in mind, meant that legroom was lacklustre and no tray tables were provided. The refurbished Great Western Railway interior was a welcome change from the very worn first Great Western Dynamic Lines interior present on my last journey on these units. Actually a bit of Riva Blue showing. Despite soundproofing not being a top priority, with these trains being designed as commuter units, the engine sound actually wasn't that intrusive and had quite a nice relaxing tone and a very nice whining sound which was especially audible at higher speeds. It would have definitely been much worse with the windows open though. Even at higher speeds, the suspension gives a flawlessly smooth ride, as per the majority of Brell's EMUs, and there is also a notable lack of bogey noise at this speed too. I'm just going to leave it there and give you a couple of minutes to see the Networker Turbo at speed towards the Severn Tunnel. just gone 11:15, the train arrives into Bristol Temple Meads. As this is a Portsmouth Harbour service, the train changes direction here to head towards our destination of Bath and eventually its destination at Portsmouth Harbour.
The next station is Bath. This is a Great Western Railway service to Portsmouth Harbour. This is a security matter. If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it. Say it. Sort it. Tap in and tap out to submit your payment to direct. Find out more at gwr.com/pay-to-direct.
I disembark the train at Bath Spa and immediately find myself in the surroundings of the historic city. One thing I didn't know until I did some research is that this shopping area known as Southgate is actually a lot more modern than I thought, being built in the late 2000s to early 2010s. It's very nice to see modern day buildings designed to fit in with the historic architectural character of the area. After what was a fair amount of travelling, I decided it would be a good idea to have an early lunch in Pret. After that, I could then get my tour of the city underway, initially exploring the bustling city streets. It is simply undeniable that Bath is one of the most picturesque cities in the country. Then we went for a tour of the Roman baths. It was very interesting seeing the backstory behind the Roman baths, how they were built and utilised, and the general differences in society in those ancient times. After leaving the Roman baths, I then decided to continue my tour of the city with a walk towards the Royal Crescent, taking in the stunning architecture in the process. We're planning to catch a Portsmouth Harbour to Cardiff Central train, and this time it's actually going to be a double 158, so that's going to be interesting. because I haven't been on a Cummins 158 in a fair few years. We're now coming up towards Bath Spa train station. 90s phones still intact. This is interesting. 158951 leaving. 800 304 going past. A 4-carriage Class 158 formation with 158765 leading is our ride all the way back to Cardiff Central. This Class 158 provided a great level of comfort, with well-padded seats, plenty of legroom, tray tables, relaxed lighting, a smooth ride, and of course, the soothing soundtrack of the Cummins engines in the background. We now arrive in Bristol Temple Meads and change directions, ready for the rest of our journey towards Cardiff Central. Now, enjoy the onboard ambience of the Class 158 as we depart towards Filton Abbey Wood.
Filton Abbey Wood. This is a Great Western Railway service to Cardiff Central. This is a security message. If you see signs that doesn't look right, please stop or text the British Transport Police on 61016. Tap in and tap out of the Bristol pay-as-you-go app. Find out at gwr.com/pay-as-you-go.
Having crossed the border back into Wales, I noticed along this section of line that the track whine was very loud, indicating rail grinding has recently taken place here.
The next station is Cardiff Central. This is a Great Western Railway service to Cardiff Central.
After departing Newport, our train waits for an IUT to clear the fast line so that we can diverge onto it, and therefore operate up to the unit's top speed of 90 miles per hour. The final train I took on the day was the same train as the initial journey to Cardiff Central, which was 197126, and I again rode in declassified Standard Plus on the journey back.